one of these days I have to like reset all of my hotkeys because they're all wonky right now. Anyways, here we are. Distant Worlds 2, continuing the journey of Distant Worlds 2 here in the video game Elite Dangerous, which is still one of those really awesome games. I just absolutely love this game. I was getting really burnt out though. The other night, just because it's getting to that point. It was getting to that point the other night. It was like, but that's where we got to go. That's where we're at, way over there. If we zoom out and look at the entire galaxy, look how far we got to go still. We're here, we got to go to there, and then we're going to go there. We got 2 weeks, though. Actually, we got a week now to do that. And how many more jumps do we have? 77 more jumps. Probably what it is the flight computer recalculated it, but... Just doing the last few check-ins. Alright. We should be set to go. Feet feel good. It's actually still light. It is 7 o'clock, and I can still see outside. It's one of the weird things about living out here. Living so far south. Alright, so we're in the air. Whoop. We're in the air. Let's start flying away from this moon. As soon as we're no longer mass locked, we can jump away. Switch back into scanner mode. Here we go. I also made a new playlist, which I'm pretty sure is mostly okay for streaming. We'll find out if YouTube decides to send me any nasty emails. But it's also like my super chill. It's chill, more chill music, and I'm like, this is working for me. I was stressing out all last week. No longer stressing out. Got a new car. Awesome shit. Oh. 8 bodies, I can definitely scan 8 bodies super fast.
Fuel scoping complete.
So we're just gonna. Oh man! Oh, no. Please be 2. Please be 2. It's only 1. And the last one's blocked by the star. We'll pull away from. Well, it's okay. We gotta pull away from the star anyways. Getting a little too warm. Also, we turn the AC on, so I'm not sweating my balls off sitting here. That was actually a legitimate problem I had for a while. It was like, it was just ridiculously hot in my room. Here we go. Just poking on our Discord for a moment. Scoop the fuel, scan the system. Scoop the fuel, scan the system. My girlfriend and I were watching The Expanse last night, and there's a part where the crew, the group gets on. It's when they get their ship from the Rocinante, before they call it the Rocinante, and they get that from the Donninger when they're ready to leave the Donninger, and ship's bouncing all around inside the cargo, or the hangar bay area. And, hitting everything, and my girlfriend just goes, "This is me whenever I play Elite Dangerous." Yeah, I've seen you fly. I think everything else is probably going to be behind the star, so we're done skipping fuel, we're going to fly away from the star a little bit. Cut power and bring our scanner back up. Here we go. Let's see. Something right there. Yeah, a couple more metal-rich bodies floating around here somewhere. Last one's right there.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, actually, there's one whole artist I didn't put any of their music on here. I need to add some more music to this playlist. Oh well. I'll get to it. I made it I made it to be like a more relaxing music playlist because I was stressing out, and it's still kind of a cool, chill playlist. So, 19 bodies. How many more jumps we got? We got 74 more jumps.
Fuel scooping complete.
Huh, neat. So tomorrow night we'll actually be I will be streaming Steel Beasts for the Friday night battles. But that's going to be a Twitch only live stream. I'm not going to broadcast that to YouTube. Alright, we are gonna fly away from the star though. It's not that we're cooking, it's just it's blocking us. So there's a bunch of stuff. You can just see it all just glowing there. I was sitting there thinking about it, like, you know, I don't really know if I want to stream Elite Dangerous tonight, especially since it's the Disney World has been fun, but it's also been kind of boring, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I was like, what other thing could I stream that would be more entertaining and more fun to actually play and everything? And then I'm like, no, I got a lot to do still here, and I committed to streaming every minute of Distant Worlds 2 that I'm at least participating in, not the entirety of the event, because obviously that would kill me. Because I would have to stay awake streaming 24/7 for the past how many days? Since January? I'm actually logging into EDSM right now to check this. Let's see, expeditions. Yeah, if I was streaming every minute of this, I would have been streaming for 88 days straight. I have not been streaming for 88 days straight. That's 88 days, 24 hours a day. Let's fly away from the star, and then we'll start mapping everything.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oops. I love it when everything's just so close and like this. It's just boom, 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 boom. Are we there yet? What's new? My car. That's what's new. I got a new car yesterday. It took like 2 weeks of fighting with the bank, but I was able to do it. And I only managed to lower my payment by negative $50. Actually, it's more like $100. I got a 2017 Jeep Patriot, which, you know, much better than my 2012 Ford Focus. Because I needed something more for hauling stuff when I go LARPing and camping and stuff. And that little car wasn't cutting it anymore. I was finding myself just... The last event I went to, my girlfriend went with me. We drove together. And like she rode my car. And we had to drive 4 hours from Vegas to LA with stuff on our laps. We had to leave stuff at home. It was like we didn't have enough room for all of our shit. And so I was like, I need to get a bigger car. And then my car was also having some problems, and I'm like, well, I can either take it into the dealership and have it fixed, or I can just get a new car. And the thing had 104,000 miles on it. It had 49 or 46,000 when I got it. The car I got now, it's got 1,300 miles on it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. My car payment went up. Well, both of them were used. Yeah, the Ford Focus, was definitely well used. I did Uber for like 3 months with it. You know, I drove it to LA multiple times for events. It just was getting to the point where I have more stuff than I have room for car. And so now, like, I got the Jeep, and it's got so much more room. I've already, like, started doing some measurements, and I'm like, I can totally fit my tent and my camping gear and all my shit in there. Because my tent isn't like one of those little camping tents that folds up into a backpack size. It's 2x4s and, big things of fabric. I have a full-on Viking A-frame tent. It's awesome. And it's big enough, that tent's actually big enough when it's fully set up, I can put a full-size mattress inside of it. Which is the other thing I would take when I went camping. I'd take my full-size mattress. I would roll it up like a burrito, throw it in the back seat, and go. And the last event I went to, I didn't do that. I just didn't have enough room. I had my toolboxes that I couldn't take out of my car because I had nowhere else to put them. Now they're sitting in the corner of my room. I got to clean my room up. And my toolboxes had all of my camping gear in the trunk and all of my gear for the fighting in the trunk. And then a cooler and all my girlfriend's gear in the back seat, and then like all of our food was on our laps. We're gonna have a full tank of fuel. We'll fly forward a little bit, get away from the star. And now the Jeep, like the back seat alone, is 50% more space than the back seat of the Focus was. The trunk, it doesn't have a trunk because it's an SUV, so the rearmost area is twice as big as the trunk of my car. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be able to fit all my shit in here. And it's got a luggage rack, so I can, worst case scenario, I can always strap my swords to the roof of the car. And then my bike is leaking oil from parts of it that shouldn't be leaking oil. And so I got to do it next week, since I'm finally done fighting with the banks and everything to get the car. Next week, it's going to be doing a teardown on my motorcycle, try and track down where it's leaking oil. And so it's like, well, at least I got a new car. I can at least drive that and enjoy that. You know, hopefully get my motorcycle fixed within, a reasonable amount of time. I ordered one part 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. And the company I ordered it from they had to order it because they didn't have it in stock. They finally got it in stock and they shipped it to me a week after I ordered it. UPS kept delaying the package being, at different points for no reason. Like, oh, there's flooding in the state that the package isn't even going through, so all of our trucks will slow down. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. UPS gets the package all the way to Vegas, loses it. Still has not located it. Still hasn't updated me on the investigation. I filed a claim. They haven't done anything. Company that I ordered the part from, I said, hey, UPS lost the package. I filed a claim. The company I ordered the part from also filed a claim. And then they said, well, you know what, we'll send you another one free of charge. But we have to order it again because it's not a part we normally carry in stock. So we'll just order another one from our vendor, from the manufacturer, and we'll just next day air it to you. And I'm like, cool. And then they just today, a week later, because it took them a week to get the part from Japan, just today just emailed me like, hey, your part's shipped. Here's a tracking number and everything. And I'm like, cool, it's shipping next day air. It's going to be here super fast. And I looked at shipping next day air UPS. And I'm like, oh, they're going to lose that one too. UPS is going to lose that one, and I'm just going to go down to the local UPS office and just be like, look, you keep losing my parts. Fuck off. Actually, what will happen is if they lose this one, I'll call up the store I ordered the part from and be like, hey, I want you to send me another one because they lost it again, a third time. What I want you to do is send it to my work address, because at least then it'll go through a different local distributor and a different driver, and they hopefully won't lose it that time. And then if they do, I'll just call up Yamaha and be like, broskies, we're having some problems. And what's funny is I've managed to kind of rig up my bike to run, like, it's not the part that prevents the bike from running, it's the part that keeps the chain in tension. I've managed to rig up a part that'll work for temporarily, but it's like I don't want to do any big rides. I've just been going back and forth between home and work, and just a little bit around town. I don't want to do any big rides as long as my bike is leaking oil somewhere and has this one other part missing. And so it's like, oh, next week I would love to go to such and such a place. Oh, I can't because I don't have the part that I ordered 4 weeks ago, and my bike's now leaking oil. But got a new car, so I don't have to worry about my car problems. My car was having problems. I don't have to worry about that now. Got the new car. So in 2 weeks, at the end of the month, when I go to the next, the April Twin Mask game, which is at the end of the month, I'll have a new car to drive, which would be awesome. I'll be able to pack all of my shit, and I'll probably even be able to give somebody a ride, if like one of my Vegas friends, or I know there's a couple people who live in Lancaster, LA, or Lancaster, California, who occasionally need a ride, and if they sit there and say they need a ride, I'm like, yo, I'm passing through your area. I can give them a ride. But got this system to scan. Ooh, oh, that's a water world. Wait. Yeah, it's a water world. Oh, that's an oh, that's a water world. Okay. Cool. Water worlds are worth a lot of money. I keep meaning to, like, on my day off, I was gonna do it Tuesday, but then dealing with the car insurance, not the car insurance, but the banks and everything, I kind of put it off. Somebody did one of those. I was scrolling through Reddit at work the other day, and someone did a really cool writing prompt, and it's like, you're a space explorer and you land on a planet that everybody knows you, but you've never visited this planet before. And people were writing these really interesting little short stories, and I read a couple of them, and then I started brainstorming one that kind of takes place in the Elite Dangerous universe, and I just haven't gotten around to writing it because I'm still brainstorming it, but I have, like, this idea, and it's like, it'd be a short story, 2-3 pages at the max. And finding that Waterworld reminded me of that, because in the short story, the guy has an older ship that relies on landing on atmospheric worlds to collect fuel, because he doesn't have a fuel scoop to get it from stars. He's like an old beat-up junkyard Diamondback explorer that's just falling apart, got air leaks, Like, one of the engines kind of is half out, so when he flies through the atmosphere, the ship's like, maybe I'm gonna crash, maybe I'm not. And the whole concept is, like, he finds this planet that hasn't been mapped or anything, and everyone recognizes him because he's like a far descendant of somebody who actually, like, who colonized that planet and then left and it's like he's just like a weird just clone or whatever or something like that. Like I haven't quite fleshed it out, but it's like a fate thing. Like somebody in his family, like every 100 years, is born looking like the guy who originally founded this planet, and they're always just considered the leader of this entire planet. And so he goes there, and he's this guy who grew up in a junkyard, with no money. He doesn't even have like his pilot's license to actually fly his ship, so he's flying an unregistered ship, and that's why he's out in the middle of nowhere. And he stumbles across this planet and lands there, and has to suddenly he's higher than the highest royalty in all of the land. Like he crash lands his ship into the palace because they oh, you can land here. Bam! Smacks into the ground. It's an idea that's been bubbling in my head for a little bit now since I read that little writing prompt. I was going to work on that on Tuesday, but then his stuff got in the way. And then the same thing happened Wednesday. I was like, I got yelled at the banks long enough. I got nothing going on today. Gonna do laundry and everything, and then like, hey, you can come get your car. We're gonna give you the money for it. I'm like, oh, okay. Have fun. Get clean. I'm gonna do that after our stream. I always get home in the right amount of time to like eat dinner and then start streaming. Finish this one and crack open another one because I can. Then he uses my parents. Of course, I'm talking to, answering some questions on Twitch chat. I do also monitor YouTube chat, so we've got questions on there. Anything you want to talk about? I like having talking prompts, like ask questions and tell me things interesting, So I have something to talk about, because I'm getting burnt out on talking. Like, I've already said what I'm doing. I'm scanning the system. We've got 17 bodies to scan. This is going to be the last one right here. 69. Nice. More jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just taking a brief moment here to check some stuff on Discord. I'm a little concerned. One of the LARPs that one of the handful of LARPs I do, they have a game coming up. It's a LARP that's still in like the early stages. And it has some ups, it has some downs, but it's still in its very early stages. At least as far as last time I played, they have a game coming up on Sunday, which is great, awesome, cool. I'll make it. And then I'm like, wait, Game of Thrones also starts this Sunday. And I also normally stream on Sundays. What do I do? I also work on Sundays. And the game starts kind of early in the afternoon. So I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go play it. I'd have to re-roll my character. Because I know I need to re-roll, and they made some changes to the rulebook, and I haven't really looked at it in a while. And I'd be showing up like super late because it's also like a 20-minute drive from my house. Actually, it's like a 20-minute drive from my work, or 15. It's like a 20-minute drive from my work. It's like a 45-minute drive from my house. What's that? Asteroid clusters around here somewhere? God damn. This system's got a lot, so we're going to be scanning for a while. So much to scan. Got everything on those 2 stars. That's great. Yeah, we got a gas giant right here. Yep. Gas giant looks like it's orbiting, maybe orbiting very close to its parent star. We're almost done. And the guy who made that game, he's a good guy. He's just like, game usually ends around 5 to 6. I'm like, oh, I work till 5. Since I would be showing up like right at the end of the game. So it would take me a half hour to drive there and then change and everything. By the time I get like all squared away, it's kind of a bummer. The thing I hate about working weekends is I'm able to go to like half the LARPs I want to go to. You know the gas train over here? We do. Attempt of zoom failed, you don't say. Let's see. We got 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. All right. Whew. $68 more jumps to go.
Frame shift drive charging.
Two, 1, engage. Boom. Here we go. I'm actually really tired. I woke up like stupid early this morning. And one of those things was like I was sound asleep. I was all comfy in bed, nice and warm. Everything was going good. And then just out of the blue, I just went, and I was awake. It wasn't even like I had a bad dream or anything. I just went, I was awake. And it wasn't like a gradual, like, groggy wake up. No, I was just like, nope. 100% awake, ready to start my day. And I look at the clock, it was 4:30. I'm like, god damn. I'm just gonna lay in bed, try and go back to sleep, but I knew I couldn't. So I've been up since 4:30. That stuff's blocked by the star, so we're gonna have to fly away from the star a little bit to scan that. But that's okay. That's okay. We can buzz away from this. Pitch down. Line ourselves up with a good trajectory and cut power. Last one's right there. Let's see. In 6 seconds. So far, I have an estimated scan value of 60 million credits. It'd be awesome to get it up to like 100 million credits. I know it'd be really, really hard to get it up to 1 billion credits, but if I could get up to 100 million credits of exploration data, at least an estimated value on EDSM, that would be insane.
Frame shift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
That's 7 bodies.
scoping complete.
I have to pull away from the star a bit. You know, out of all the beers I've drank, Blue Moon is probably the best. Like I used to really like Fat Tire and Sam Adams. Fat Tire's okay. Sam Adams is pretty good. But Blue Moon, like I can drink Blue Moon all day. In fact, the Twin Mask event, I really wish they would allow us to drink. Cause that's all I would do is just walk around and drink Blue Moon all day. Just get 2 24 packs and be like, or 2 big 12 packs, or we just throw a keg in the trunk of the Jeep since I've got a Jeep and I can do that. Nah, the next Amp Guard event that I'm able to make it to. And actually, what it is I'll have my vacation time officially in July. And so I'll put in for having the Renaissance Fair off as paid vacation, which would be awesome. And then I'll just I will probably get a whole keg of beer for that, of my own. Just roll in with a freaking keg of Blue Moon and a bucket of ice. It's a beautiful thought, but probably would actually never happen because kegs are expensive.
Fuel scoping complete.
If anyone ever wants to be my friend, send me enough bits that I could go buy a 6-pack of Blue Moon, or just Amazon Now me a 6-pack of Blue Moon. What if you could do that? I wonder if I can Amazon beer. I don't think you can, but it'd be hilarious if you could. Because they would have no way of checking. They have no way of checking your ID. I guess what they would do is they wouldn't charge you until delivery, and then when they did deliver it, they'd have to check your ID then. I guess it could be done. So maybe it could. I don't know. I never found myself in a situation where I have to worry about getting beer because oh, I'm at the store, might as well pick up a 6-pack. Oh, I'm at the store, might as well pick up a 12-pack. I've got my mini fridge right here, always stocked up and ready to go.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
We still have 64 more chunks to go. Damn. Definitely not feeling as burnt out as I was Monday night. I don't think I'm going to do back-to-back Elite Dangerous streams anymore. I'll split them up by a day, so what I'll do is I'll stream Elite tonight, and then tomorrow night is Steel Beast, then no stream Saturday night. Sunday we'll be back with Elite Dangerous, and then Tuesday we'll play something else. I don't know what we'll play. I'll figure out something else to play. We do Run 8 on Tuesday. Yeah, maybe make Tuesday night's Run 8 night. Or War Thunder or something. I'll put a poll up. I'll put a poll up on for the Tuesday. No, it won't be a Tuesday night game. It'd be a Monday night game. Yeah, Sunday night would be Elite Dangerous. Monday night be something else. Oh, an easy one. I just drop in, got everything. Cool.
Fuel scoping complete. Frame shift drive charging. Scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
According to someone on Twitter, they apparently found Raxala, and then everyone was freaking out about it, apparently, and then it turns out they didn't actually find Raxala. Which we actually... I read a really, really good fan theory about something that would imply that Raxala has been unofficially found by every single person who's ever tried to log into Elite Dangerous. And that is the main screen when you first load in the game and you're selecting like what area, like how you want to play and everything. It shows a planet and a space station, right? And an SRV. The space station isn't pointing at the planet it clearly orbits, which is odd since all space stations actually point at the planet they orbit. Apparently, the opening the mail slot points at the planet they orbit. On top of that, all space stations have lights and banners and signs over it, but the main menu screen, it doesn't have any lights on. It's completely dark, which this whole theory implies that it's a station controlled by the Dark Wheel, and that it is the Dark Wheel. Since it's a ring station, but it's completely dark, and that it's because of that, it would be the station that the Dark Wheel control. It could be a station the Dark Wheel controls, potentially orbiting Raxla. If I can remember where I found it, I'll try and find that theory again. I think it was on Reddit.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Ugh.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
61 more jumps. It's going to take some time to get there. Ship's getting pretty beat up. We're at 93% hull. Let's check our other modules. Yeah, our modules are at least at 98, 95, 97, 94, 96, 94, 95. Yeah, the lowest is 94. Ship's getting a little banged up, but she's still running pretty good.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want to read this.
Three, two, fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scoping complete.
I think the fuel scoop kicked us. It flew over the other star.
Charging.
9 bodies, we'll scan it. Shouldn't take us that long, it's only 9. Water world! I'm gonna make a moist emote every time I find a water world, and then use it for, and then every time we find a water world, be like, moist. Here we go, another jump to go. How many more jumps? Like 65? 59. We're really out here in the middle of deep space. Burn up the galaxy map here in a minute. Bring up the galaxy map. So this is where we're at, right? And this is the route we've so far flown. And that's where we're eventually going to. Earth and a good majority of the player base is all kind of in this area. In fact, this is Earth, right? And we're over here. We're definitely way out there.
Frameshift drive charging.
I remember when I did my Colonial run, I'd have these long gaps of just, 50, 60 jumps, and I'd be like, oh my god. They just drag on, they drag on. At least, when I did that, though, I was doing it solo. Like, I wasn't doing it with a community of people. And on top of that, like, I wasn't streaming it, so I didn't have that advantage either. And the most I did is I took some interesting screenshots here and there. Okay, so we're at 6 more. Check along this orbit line just in case. Sometimes they're off orbit, you know? There it is. Don't know how I missed that one.
System scan. Frame shift drive charging. Fuel scoping.
Just reading some text messages here, so.
Fuel scoping complete.
Alright, we got some asteroid clusters, some gas giants. Rocky Ice Worlds, okay. That one's got a bunch of stuff orbiting it. There we go. Got a lot orbiting this star. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting a lot scanned. And how much more? 4 more. We had one thing right here. Oh, please be the last bit.
Frame shift drive charging.
Fifty-six more jumps. We got about another hour. We'll go to 10 o'clock.
2, 1,
It's 8. So if we go until 9, then we'll go to 9 o'clock.
fuel scoping.
We're probably not going to make it to that system tonight. It'll be, I think we rush and do tomorrow, or not tomorrow night, Sunday night.
Fuel scoping.
Or maybe we might actually finish waypoint 11 by next Thursday, because how long is this going to take? Pretty wide spectrum of icy bodies here. Actually, we're gonna wait a minute. I have to use the restroom. Be right back. Like, as I grabbed my mic, it bent. Here, put my headset back on. It bent the mic right into my mouth. I was like, oh great. That's what I always wanted. Was a face full of mic.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh.
Fuel scoping.
54 more jumps, and so we're only going to go till 9 o'clock, so we'll do a couple more jumps and find a plan that we can sit down on. The reason I'm only going to 9 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock is I know this would get really, really boring really, really fast for me. It's already getting to that point where like, yeah, it's fun. Okay, this is okay. And I'm like, I could feel like my energy levels for this dropping pretty fast, so I don't want to get myself into a point where I'm burnt out and incapable, you know, incapable and unenergetic about it, you know. I'm a firm believer in everything in moderation, you know. If you like doing something, do it until you start to get bored of it, and then take a break. And actually, you shouldn't even hit that I'm bored of it moment. You should just do something, and then like do it in enough of a level where you're not like burning yourself out over it. Be like, all right, I did this. I did it for, you know, a good chunk of time. I'm gonna take a break so that way I don't ruin the fun. Like, that's how I play most of my video games. I could easily play some of my games for multiple hours on end. Playing for maybe 2 hours at a time, 3 hours at a time, because I know if I sit there and do them for 8, 9, 10 hours in a day, I'm not gonna want to play that game ever again for the next like 2 weeks. So I'll play like 1 or 2 matches of Squad on Tuesdays and Wednesdays when I'm not doing this, or even like after this, I'll probably load up and play Squad. Yeah, play 1 match of Squad after the stream. Actually, I'll probably go take a shower, then do that, or you know, something else. Just because I know I can do that and not burn myself out. If I had a better GPU, I would stream Squad, but it appears that if I try and stream that game, the stream itself like has some output issues. Like it outputs properly. Or it records properly, but then when it actually outputs, it's choppy output. Like both Twitch and YouTube appear really choppy, and I don't know if that's just me trying to watch my stream going up, or if that's actually what's being put out there. I need to like sit down one of these days and have my laptop over here on the table and be like, all right, let's figure this out. So if I couldn't do that with my laptop actually isn't, well, maybe it is. I love this song. It's Drift by Lights in Motion. Yeah. I love the kind of the tempo of it and everything. It's a good song. It's also on my roleplay characters. It's on my chill playlist. It's also on one of my roleplay characters, like character inspiration playlists. It's like when I'm getting ready to go to a game or whatever, I put that playlist on to kind of. It's songs that are like the soundtrack to my character's life. It's like, all right, this song represents this event in his life, or you know, this common occurrence in his life, or whatever. And this is kind of like a fun, uplifty song, and this is kind of like all the good times, you know? Let's see, what else we got to scan? What else we got to scan? Big gas giant. Yeah, with the last couple of planets orbiting it. Alright. We'll do 2 more jumps. Hopefully this next system doesn't have that many stars in it. And or planets in it, and then we'll watch jump in, it's got 50 stars. Just 50 stars. Like, oh shit! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. 11 light seconds away from its parent star. That's like really, really close. Like, that's where I'm currently at, and that's that planet. It's pretty damn close. Alright, one more jump, and then we'll find a place to settle down for the night. And if we have to, we'll come back to this system. EDSM says I now have an estimated 62.25 million credits in exploration data. What how many terabytes of data these ship computers have? Oh.
Fuel scoping.
Alright, we'll make one more jump if we have to. Yeah, we have to, because there's no landables here.
Fuel scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete.
Now we gotta make one more jump to sell stars.
Fuel scope disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping.
There we go, 6 bodies. Something's gotta be landable here.
Fuel scoping complete. System scan.
Oh, nothing's landable here. It's like the game knows. The game knows I want to log off and call it a night. But it's like, not yet. 49 more jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
Slow down. Nah, fuck no.
Three, two, one, engage.
People with tachometers on the motorcycle.
Fuel scooping complete.
10 bodies. At least one of these has to be landable. Yeah, it's going to be landable, but it's going to be like a 45-minute flight away because these are all icy bodies.
System scan complete.
Oh, this one's landable. Plot a course there. Stay on target. Of course, as we approach this, I'd like to start the outro because we're gonna map it, land it, and log it. Tomorrow night, as I said earlier, tomorrow night will be a Steel Beast Twitch only stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube, sorry, it's Twitch only. You should probably slow down and actually fire up the mapper.
Surface scan complete.
No real anomalies, but that's okay. Before we actually descend on this thing, let's bring up the surface map. It's a 0.0 or it's a 0.16 G planet, 8 Kelvin, so it's a very, very cold planet. Good thing this ship has life support.
Orbital flight engaged.
Alright, we're 250 kilometers above the surface. I'm going to try and aim for that, that ravine there. Descent's looking good, 100 kilometers above the surface. Speed is good. Keeping it at 2.5 descent. 50 kilometers above the surface, experiencing 0.16 G. We're on target. Minus 25 degrees of downward pitch. Dropping from orbital to cruise, we are now in glide mode. 21 kilometers above the surface. Speed is 25,000 meters per second. Gonna roll it a little, pitch it a little, yaw a little. We're gonna try and land on the edge of this valley. Actually, let's try and fly through it. Glide's complete, lights coming on. Give her a quick tap of the boost, power to engines. 4 kilometers above the surface. I'm just gonna zip down and check out this valley here. Wow, look at this. This is an icy, rocky body, I believe. Oh, that's an icy body, so it's going to be I mean, they'll have rock, obviously. Rock and dirt and everything, but it's going to be mostly water ice. It's very close to its star, but its star is a very cold star, so. 1 kilometer above the surface. We're actually below the surface now. We're 1 kilometer above the ground. I'm on the bottom of this crater, or not the crater, valley. Look at this. Alright, we'll set her down right there. Gear coming down. Bleeding off velocity.
Landing gear deployed.
Spinning around. Keep the pitch up, pitch up, pitch up. Cut power. Using the lateral thrusters now. It's all yaw and lateral thrust at the moment. Alignment is looking good. Vertical thrusters bringing us down. We are 78 meters above the surface. 60 meters, 50 meters, 40 meters, 30, 20, 19, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and contact. Ship shutting down. Lights off. And high-res screenshot has been taken. I'll just take another one. I don't think that message got in there, but whatever. Alright. As I said, tomorrow night... Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with Steel Beasts. So if it's a little slow, it's a little slow. It'll be what it is. But at any rate, thanks for watching. And tomorrow night's stream will be on Twitch only. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know where to go. Anywho, catch you guys all tomorrow. Kaz out.